Hi, this is Peter. In this video I have two puzzles for you. Well, first one puzzle and one game actually. Let's start with the puzzle. So this is the position with white to move. And this should be pretty easy to play because black is completely disconnected from the king side. Actually, if you take a look, king is... If it wasn't for the pawns, king would be wide open. There are no defenders around the king. So the move is knight to f6. And the line, first try is pawn takes knight, and the line follows like this. Queen d2, threatening bishop takes queen h6 or something, so blocking the bishop scope, but now queen h6, threatening knight g5, so f6 is forced. And now bishop takes on f5 is winning. We are going to analyze rook to f7. I'm not going to cover pawn takes bishop, but this should also be pretty easy to find because of the rook. And some discovered checks with knight to e5, king to d7, for king to e7, knight to c4, or something like this. Okay, so the game continued like this. Now we have a funny move from black, prolonging the game. And checkmate in one is queen to h2. Okay, so this is the first try. Second one is if actually black realizes what is going on and he tries to take the knight with the knight, and after pawn takes, pawn to g6. Well, the problem here is that black is one move too slow. After knight g5, queen d8, trying to gobble up the pawn on f6. If black were to succeed, he would actually be fine here, but knight takes h7 is winning on the spot, stopping this idea. And one line goes like this. Checkmate. Okay. And to finish the video, as promised, we have a game. This is a fragment of a game between Rashid Nezhmetdinov and Ursov. I don't know the first name, but the last name was Ursov. Perhaps he was he was the one who discovered or who came up with Ursov Gambit. But anyway, this is considered Rashid Nezhmetdinov immortal game. And this position should look familiar. Okay, so we have b4. Ursov took the pawn, but now we have c3, another clearance sacrifice. Rook to b1, with the idea, of course, rook takes b7 and queen to a4. Queen e6, good move. So far so good. Rook to c1, very good move. Bishop takes, knight takes, and now the first mistake. Black is concerned about the pawn on a6, so understandably he played rook to d6, defending. But actually in this position the best move is king to c8, going for a draw. Rook to d6 has a problem to it. The problem is rook to a1 from white, winning the bishop, and if this bishop falls, knight to c4 is coming next, and this will win the game for white. Okay. Ursov played king to c8, but one move makes all the difference in the long run. Rashid continued with rook takes. And now, before taking the rook, Rashid decided to damage the pawn structure. A very good idea. So pawn takes. And now, simply knight takes and retreating the bishop. The pawns are the two pawn islands now. Okay. And it actually looks about equal as far as material is concerned, but white is winning here. So Rashid had extremely good hunch about this position. Now it seems the idea about this pawn structure being damaged was also to create passed pawns here. I mean, they are not really passed, but they are very dangerous, as you can see. Placing the bishop on a very good spot, chasing the queen around, of course not exchanging queens. Queen a2, keep an eye on the rook if black is not careful. Now the threat is bishop to g5 check, and then checkmate would follow very soon. So this rook has to be captured. Queen takes rook, and Ursov tried to defend for a couple of more moves, but then he realized that Rashid has a queen and he's doomed no matter what he plays. And here Ursov resigned. Okay, thanks for watching this video. Stay tuned for the next ones. Bye.